Yo, what's up? This your boy Derek Branch here of Memphis Wire on SportsView360.com. And today I just want to recap today's matchup between the Memphis Tigers and the Ole Miss Rebels. Memphis was able to bounce back from last week's defeat by the other team from the state of Mississippi, Mississippi State Bulldogs. They bounced back to defeat the rivals of the Rebels, the rivals of the Bulldogs, the Ole Miss Rebels, by a score of 87-70, down at pretty much a sold out FedExForum. From what I heard, I wasn't at the game today. I've been battling with an illness the last couple of days, so that's why you haven't really seen any content from me. But I'm doing a lot better right now. But from what I heard, is that there was a huge contingent of Ole Miss fans out there, like there were last week with Mississippi State. And it is what it is with that, But this game, they didn't allow that crowd, whatever percentage of the Ole Miss fan base that was there, they didn't allow them to get in this game like this. This was a far different game compared to what we saw last week. Memphis got off to a fast start from the opening tip to halftime. It was a close game in the first half. You know, went to halftime at third, tied up, not tied, but Memphis led by two, 38-36. Far different, really, entirely different game compared to last week where they were down by like 16. Their largest deficit of the of the season going into halftime. But in this game, the Tigers came out swinging. Second half, Memphis just took control of the game. Took control of the game and didn't let back. You didn't saw what you saw in those previous games where Memphis got off to a sluggish start and then trail by halftime, then go into the second half and kick things into a second gear. Nah, this was different. Memphis came in this game, played pretty much played the same way in the first and the second half. In the second half, they just went into a different mode. They just did. And I'm going to look at the statistics right here, real quick from Memphis. PJ Haggerty, not PJ Haggerty, Kobe Rogers today led all Memphis scores with 28 points. Shot 6 of 9 from behind the 3-point line. Played 35 minutes, 10 of 16 field goals from the floor. 4 rebounds, 1 block. Huge performance from him today. Tyrese Hunter, quiet night today. Played 35 minutes, 4 points, 5 rebounds, 3 steals. PJ Haggerty, 17 points, 37 minutes, 6 assists, 7 rebounds. Solid game from him. But Moise Cisse had a huge day today. Played against his former team, was motivated. 13 points, 3 blocks, 1 steal, 11 rebounds, 4 of 9 from the floor. Played 20 minutes. Nicholas Jordan, 8 points, 8 rebounds, 32 minutes. Good performance from the starting five. I know Kobe Rogers, I know Tyrese Hunter had that quiet night, but overall, man, the entire squad played pretty good. Had a pretty good outing, especially the starting five. They had a pretty good outing. You know what I mean? Now I'm pointing back to Moise Sisse, man. 13 points, 13 points, 11 rebounds, 20 minutes, 3 blocks. My question to that is, a question I posed to that is, can we get that type of performance from him like every game going forward? Can we? Because if so, man, this team is going to be so hard to beat in the American. You know what I'm saying? I just hope that this didn't happen just because he was playing against his former team. Because I know how players can get, regardless of what sport it is, football, NBA, college basketball, college football, whatever. I know how these players can get when they go up against their former team. They come in with an extra, being more, extra, having extra motivation to, to shine on that day. You know what I'm saying? So, but I hope we can get something from it like that. I hope we can get a performance from him like that down the stretch, as AAC competition tips up, turns up in the next couple of days. But it looks like the rest played a huge factor in today's performance. You know what I'm saying? I know the Tigers have had, I think, to me, have one of the most difficult non-conference slates in college basketball. And Memphis is not even in a Power Four conference, and you playing with that type of slate. Because I look at the SEC, I look at their standings, and every team in that conference has a winning record. Like nobody has lost like no more than like 2 or 3 games, man. Everybody has a winning record, and I attribute that a lot to a lot of those teams in that conference playing soft opponents during that non-conference slate. Now I'm not making an excuse for Memphis, but you gotta take that into consideration when you look at what may have caused some of these lopsided performances in their 3 losses. I would exclude the Maui Invitational because I always view Maui Invitational as a game of attrition once you get past the second game, in that tournament. But during the regular season, Memphis, played on the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? Came back from that trip, played at home for a little bit, then went on the East Coast, had an East Coast stretch, then came back. You know what I'm saying? That stuff starts to add up. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully, it looked like the extra days off helped. And now that you're on a normal schedule, you're going to be on a normal schedule going forward. You're not going to be going back to the West Coast or things like that, going to the West Coast from the East Coast and here to there and all that. You're not going to be doing that going forward. Pretty much going to be in that AAC footprint. Can you maintain a level of consistency in regards to your production? Can you play like this going forward for the entire 60 minutes in college and going forward in AAC play? You know what I mean? Because this is, to me, man, if you could remain, this was like a precursor of what we can see in the AAC going forward. Because guys came in firing on all cylinders, man. Dane Danger, another huge performance coming off the bench. Huge asset coming off the bench. 16 points, 3 rebounds, played 18 minutes, 2 block shots. Huge outing by him coming off that bench. I'd like to see more of those guys get involved, but right now it's been Dan Danger. But I think that's going to need to change down the stretch. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that's all going to play out. We also got a new player that came to the fold, Dante Harris, a guard. He played today. Played 7 minutes, not much. Got 1 point out of him. But I've been knowing about that move since the start of the Maui Invitational. So finally came to pass. Yesterday it was announced. So he's a part of the team. Hopefully that doesn't, mess with the cohesion of the team like it did last year. But other than that, man, solid performance from Memphis. They're able to advance last year's, I think it was a 3 point loss to Ole Miss when they played them down in Oxford. So you got that loss, got that victory, you avenged that loss. You close out the non-conference slate on a positive note. You 10-3. You got multiple quad one and quad two victories under your resume. You beat UConn, you beat Michigan State, you beat Missouri, you beat Clemson, you beat Virginia. So your resume is stacked, man. You also beat teams that were ranked. So that helps you out as well. And Ole Miss was a 16th best team in the country according to the AP rankings. So you got that on your resume. So going into conference play, going into January and February, you have one of the best resumes in college basketball. You got one of the best resumes. Now, are you going to be ranked come Monday? This come Monday, I don't know, because the committee, you know how it can be. The way they're looking at Memphis now is like, we rank y'all, we all lose your ranking the next week. You know what I'm saying? So that tends to happen with Memphis, but we'll see how it all play out on Monday. But Memphis closed out their non-conference slate with a victory over Ole Miss, 87-70. They improved to 10-3 on the season. Ole Miss falls to 11-2 on the season. That's all I have for y'all for right now. Give me a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know how you feel. What were your takeaways from today's matchup? And also check out sportsview360.com for latest content on Memphis Tigers football and basketball programs, along with the NBA and NFL. Have a blessed day. Peace. I'm out.